Let's get right into it. Number 5, the war on women's body hair. In 1915, a razor company just made bank selling to soldiers in World War I. The war is ending and they're thinking, great, now what do we do with all these razors? Then some marketing genius looked at half the population and thought, we could convince women they're disgusting for having something that naturally grows on their bodies. Before this, women weren't worried about their armpit or leg hair, but Gillette saw an opportunity. Women's sleeveless dresses were becoming popular, and they thought, perfect timing. They launched their first women's razor, the Matey Delete. They ran ads showing women in sleeveless dresses looking horrified at their own armpits. The ad said a woman's body hair was embarrassing and she should feel bad about it. They invented a problem just to sell the solution, and the public ate it up. Within a few years, they had women believing that body hair was unfeminine. By the 1920s, they were telling women their leg hair was offensive too. They created a campaign so powerful that 100 years later, women still feel pressure to shave. It's like convincing someone they need to paint their pancreas. You're not shaving because it's natural or necessary. You're doing it because a marketing team in 1915 needed to boost their quarterly profits.
Number 4, the tingly clean feeling. That minty tingle that makes your mouth feel fresh, it's completely made up. Back in the 1920s, almost nobody used toothpaste. Then, Claude Hopkins, an advertising genius hired by Pepsodent, noticed something. There's a natural film that forms on your teeth. It's harmless, but Hopkins saw an opportunity. He ran ads telling people to run their tongue across their teeth, feel that film, and be disgusted by it. Pepsodent added ingredients that had nothing to do with cleaning teeth. They added citrus acids and mint oils that created a cool, tingly sensation. When people brushed with Pepsodent, they felt this tingling and their brain connected that feeling to clean. Within a few years, toothbrushing went from almost nobody to a daily habit for millions. Other toothpaste companies had to add these tingling ingredients too. Not because they cleaned better, but because people wouldn't believe their teeth were clean without that sensation. Today, we're so conditioned that toothpaste without it feels wrong. Companies literally add irritants just to make your mouth tingle. It's like paying extra for someone to slightly annoy your mouth. We've been programmed to associate mild oral discomfort with cleanliness.
Number 3, the crime of jaywalking. That guilt you feel crossing the street at the wrong spot was manufactured by car companies. Before cars, streets belonged to everyone. Kids played in them. People crossed wherever they wanted. But then cars came along and started turning people into road pancakes. In the 1920s, people were furious and wanted to put strict speed limits on cars. The auto industry saw this and came up with a genius plan. Blame pedestrians. They literally invented the word jaywalking. Back then, jay meant something like stupid country bumpkin. So calling someone a jaywalker was like calling them an idiot who doesn't know how to live in a city. Car companies ran massive PR campaigns shaming pedestrians. They got Boy Scouts to hand out cards to people crossing the street wrong. It worked. Before these campaigns, if a car hit you, it was the driver's fault. Afterwards, if a car hit you while jaywalking, it became your fault. Within a few years, people started believing that walking across their own city streets was a crime. The car industry managed to privatize public space and make us feel guilty for using it. Next time you're waiting at an empty crosswalk, you're not just being law-abiding, you're being obedient to a marketing campaign from 100 years ago.
Number 2, the all-American breakfast scam. You wake up thinking you need bacon and eggs. That feeling isn't natural at all. Back in the 1920s, most Americans ate light breakfasts, coffee, maybe some toast, and that's it. Then a company called Beechnut wanted to sell more bacon. So they hired Edward Bernays, Sigmund Freud's nephew. Bernays was a master manipulator. His plan was simple but terrifying. He got 4,500 real doctors to sign off on the idea that a hearty breakfast was healthier than a light one. He literally created medical advice to sell bacon. The newspapers ran headlines everywhere. 4,500 physicians urge Americans to eat hearty breakfasts. Just like that, your great-grandparents started thinking they needed bacon and eggs every morning. This manipulation works so well, you probably still think you need a hearty breakfast to start your day. You might even feel guilty when you skip it. That guilt is not your body talking. That's a 100-year-old marketing campaign still messing with your head.
Number 1, the rise of snack time. You get hungry around 3 p.m., your brain starts screaming for food even though you had lunch a few hours ago. That's not your body talking. That's decades of clever marketing whispering in your ear. Back in the 1950s, food companies had a problem. People were only eating 3 meals a day. This was terrible for business. So these companies came up with a brilliant plan. They decided to create a whole new meal time. They called it snack time. They ran ads showing happy families enjoying their afternoon energy boost. They showed busy office workers staying productive with their midday snacks. They manufactured a problem and sold you the cure. Then they started making individually wrapped portions. This did two things. It made snacking more convenient, and it made it seem more portion controlled and therefore healthier. Studies show people actually eat more when food comes in individual portions. They even targeted kids with after-school snacks. Those commercials showing kids coming home from school starving weren't a thing before food companies made it one. It works so well that now we think it's weird if someone doesn't snack. Decades later, our bodies are so conditioned that we actually start getting hungry at these manufactured snack times. These companies hacked our operating system and installed a snack.exe file that we can't delete. Next time you feel that 3 p.m. hunger pang, remember, that's not your body talking. That's just the ghost of marketing past trying to sell you another bag of chips. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.